Namaste everyone. Today is Natural Equilibrium Group 35th webinar and the topic is herbal plant identification, their health benefits and way to use. And today we are going to discuss about the herbal amla. In Telugu is usri. And today we have Dr. Madhi ma'am from Bangalore. She will give a detailed introduction and overview of this herb from the point of Ayurveda. Madhi ma'am, over to you.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Gurave Tarave Namaha. And today's tree medicinal herb is amla. So amla's other names in Kannada are Nelikai and Avla, Indian gooseberry, all that you all know. Actually, many of you know more about amla. This amla comes under Euphorbiaceae family, Phyllanthus emblica, the scientific name is. It is one of the main ingredient in Triphala. Triphala consists of Haritaki, Amlaki and Vibhitaki. In that, this Amlaki, in Sanskrit we call Amlaki. That Amlaki is our this Usiri. In Telugu we call Usiri, Kannada it is Nelikai. And about which regions it will grow is India is the best suitable area to grow. That means that it grows in a tropical region very well. So we see in India so many amla trees here and there. And once you start, once you keep amla sapling, by 2 years it will grow and start giving you fruit. Usually amla, there is a time to harvest. It is not like every day, every month, throughout the year, you will get amla fruits. That is not the correct amla. What we are using is what I feel, and many of my friends also will discuss that. The uses of amla are in general, we'll make it as pickles, we can use it in salads, we can use it in chutneys, powders in sense, even like our regular chutney powder and all that also we can make. In medicines, we use most of the times as amla powder, amlaki avalehyam, and last time somebody asked amla murabba, and amla snack like how you eat betel nut, like that even amla also can be used for after food. It acts like good digestion enhancer. Today we all will discuss about some of these, how to use and how to prepare. Amla can be used in bathing powder also. Bathing powder, even teeth cleaning, hair, so many things. So when it comes to Ayurveda properties of amla, it is Tridoshahara actually, Vata, Pitta and Kapha. It balances 3 doshas and it is a coolant. That's why, as I told last time, it is best to use in summer season because it is a coolant and it is having, after digestion, it is having the Madhura Vipaka. So it is very good. It is having all the 5 tastes in it. Good part is it doesn't give you acidity if you are using this. Though it is having sour taste, it is not giving you acidity. So even in acidity also, it works wonderful. One of the name of this amla is Datri Phala. So that means that it balances all the 3 doshas. It balances 3 doshas, it is very good, it is Rasayana. But the Rasayana which Charaka told, I don't know whether the same kind of fruits we are getting these days. I have a doubt. So throughout the year, some people will be using without any knowledge. one full glass, 2 glasses, morning one, evening one, like that. I don't recommend like that. Whoever can think properly will not actually advise to take continuously like that. Because we don't get, in general, in olden days, we used to get amla fruits only in specific timing. And the harvesting season also will be during Jan into mid-Feb or something like that. So, but here in Bangalore, so I will see every day that hybrid varieties. Hybrid varieties acting as rasayana, I have a little doubt. So generally, I will not advise to take it without consulting the doctor continuously. To some period you can use, but you have to stop after that. And Charaka, Vagbata, yeah, they told it daily consumption item along with barley and wheat and pomegranate. Amla also is mentioned in the daily consuming item, but not these hybrid ones. There is a process, there is a exact time, duration, all that, when to cut. There is a process in Samhitas. It explains what is the right time to actually cut the fruit, how to decide which fruit to cut, which fruit to use for medicine and all that. Everything is explained detailedly. Here we are not going that detail, but only some rule we can take it like these hybrid ones we cannot consume for lifelong kind of thing. I've seen some people using it lifelong, means I don't know from when on they are using, but when they came to me, this is a case which was like surprising for me. 1 month treatment over, 2 months treatment over, and nothing was working. Everything was okay with them. I couldn't figure out what to do. And when I inquired, what were you actually doing? Any changes in your lifestyle or what it is? Then when I asked, they said, yeah, we are consuming this amla juice regularly. So what was the problem is the skin got fully dried. Hands and 2 hands and one part of this lower limb was totally dry. And how much ever oil, it is not psoriasis, it is not any other skin infections, it is just a dry skin. So when they went to specialists, they said it's okay, it just goes on, you apply some moisturizer, all that, but it was not going. So when they came, any medicine which I was giving, it is becoming more worse, because if you start giving this Nimbadi and all, it aggravates furthermore. So I thought, okay, let me take the proper case history and all that. Then I was inquiring. They said, yeah, they are taking Amla continuously. Then I said, why don't you stop that? They said, no, you don't know, Amla is Rasayana. Then I said, yeah, it is Rasayana, but why don't you stop it for at least 2 weeks and see the result? In the meantime, you apply this oil also, all that other procedures, whatever internal and external I told, that you do, but stop this Amla for 15 days. After 15 days, that dry skin got relieved. The problem got relieved. So they got that understanding that, yeah, continuous usage was not good in that one case. So yeah, we can take like that. Continuous usage of these hybrid stuff, not at all is not advisable. And it is very good for eye problems. Amla with honey, it will be useful for eye problems. Early morning you can take. It helps in good vision. Like some 2-3 months, if you are taking, it is very good. And as I said, acidity, right? In acidity or some kind of acid peptic related problems, this amla with there is one more called in Ayurveda Shatavari, asparagus. that shatavari powder and this amla in the equal quantity with sugar and not sugar, sorry, with honey, with honey or ghee, anything. That on empty stomach you take around 30 to 40 days. It acts very well. You don't need all those acidity tablets or those tablets after using this. I assure you. To try it. If you have anything like that, you can try because both are safe. And we'll start with as we were discussing before, from head to toe. Bath powder, first starting with the hair. How to use to hair is, you can actually keep it overnight in curry leaf powder, bhringraj powder, methi and henna powder, neem powder, and aloe vera pulp. Aloe vera pulp you can put in the morning also. These all the stuff you put overnight in copper vessel or regular one, and add curds in the morning and aloe vera also. If you are adding aloe vera, you don't need curds. If you are not adding aloe vera, you can add curds and apply it to the hair. Keep it along with amlaki. I don't know whether I told or not. You apply it to the hair, and once hair becomes dry, you wash it. It actually cures hair loss. Any kind of hair loss, it cures very well. If you don't have all this stuff also and only you have amla, then also it is well and good. It helps alone also. It starts the regrowth of hair also. Whatever the hair loss you had, that regrowth of the hair also, it helps you. It boosts very good hair regrowth also. And yeah, even oils, we have so many oils in our pharmacy with amla for the hair especially. Neeli Brungamalakadi amla and amalakadi. Amalakadi in various combinations, it works very well. And those who are actually having even gray hair, early gray hair also, this with curry leaf powder works very well. Or alone this oil or curry leaf oil also you are getting these days. You can mix that and you can apply it. Continuously for one full year you apply, hair loss will be stopped, and even the gray hair also, which is gray hair, premature gray hair mainly, that premature gray hair, it works very well. Otherwise also, if you are using it continuously without any single day break, definitely the hair will become thick and it will regain its color. We do it in a process called pichudharana. That is different, to retain the oil to the hair. Hair it retains there, and that gives very effect. Overnight we'll keep it. Taila pichudharana also. That also is very effective. If not, that is all lengthy process. Just apply like a regular hair oil, how you do. Keep it for 2 hours and then wash your hair. That also is good. And amla as a bath, amla as a gum cleaning, teeth cleaning also, it is very good. Mixed with other ingredients of triphala and black pepper, all that. It is good in teeth cleaning and gum cleaning. Bath powder. I don't know how many of you are using, but you can try this combination. Amla powder plus methi powder plus tulsi powder. And this bakuchi. Bakuchi is one of the main drug we use for skin infections. It is its scientific name is Sorelium something, is it? Bilva. Bilva means this maredu, which we keep for Shiva, that leaf powder, and musta powder. Musta powder is this Cypress rotundus powder. That also, all these you add and you apply to, you take it as a bath powder. It will be very good. And there is actually there is a process for how to use for vata bodies, how to use for pitta bodies, how to use for kapha bodies. Yeah, Bakuchi, I think you got it. Its name is Sarilya. What I told is correct, I think. Vata, for vata body, you can use this amla with sesame. Sesame is til bij, right? Til bij oil. You will get sesame oil. In Kannada, we call eldenne. That in evening time, if you take, it will be very good. And for pitta problems like this acne or so much of heat in the body, something related to the pitta kind of problem. Vata is like how we discussed last time, right? The body pains and joint pains especially, and flatulence in the stomach, all those come under vata problem. And pitta problem is like heat in the body, acne, boils, all that. For that, you take amla powder with ghee, 1 spoon of amla powder with half spoon of ghee. This you can take after food in the noon. And in the kapha bodies, you can take it with honey. That in the early morning will be good. As I told, for eyes, for the better absorption, you can take it with either turmeric or saffron. Winter, as it itself is coolant, if you are taking in winter, the body might become dry, as I was telling about one of my patients. What you can do is you can add sesame oil in it and you can take. If somebody advise you to take. Otherwise, if you are taking, you can avoid also. And amla pickle, everybody knows how to put, right? In it helps in difficulty in urination. That means that once you take this, there will be no difficulty of urination, as well as it helps in excess urine also. Both it acts like the way how you are using all matters. And it is very good in excess thirst, burning sensation. That's why we advise it in summer times. It acts mostly on mamsa dhatu. So it is very good for muscles related. If you add other combinations and using this one, it works very well. It works both in weight loss and weight gain. Whatever you are using, that the way and when you are using it all depends on. For weight loss, you can use early morning, and weight gain, you can use it after food. You can give it to the kids if their digestion is not good. After food, like half spoon of amla with half spoon of ghee. It improves digestion. And in weight loss, it acts like anti-kapha. So that you can give it before food with honey. And if it is increasing urine, then in dysuria or in general also, for some bodies, as it is very coolant, if it is increasing urine output, you can mix little sandal powder in it and you can consume. It is very good and very safe in pregnancy and lactation. pregnancy also sometimes we advise based on the need. And even in respiratory problems also it is good. It is very good immunity booster. And not only applying to hair, even for increasing the hair strength, also you can consume internal also, it improves hair growth. And after food, as I told, to help it in digestion, you can make it like a small betel nut like snack, like how you make sounf and betel nut. Like that, even these also you can dry it up, these kernels of amla fruit, you can dry it up and you can add cinnamon powder and ginger, little jaggery. It will be, you can dry it up and munch on it. It will be very tasty and it will help in good digestion also. And last time somebody asked about one more thing, after that I'll explain. Immunity. It helps in immunity. Immunity, amla and honey. Amla and honey will help in immunity. For that, kapha and pitta, you have to add amla and honey in the equal parts. And for vata, you have to add 1 spoon of amla for half spoon of honey. Then it will be very good. For that, you need to know what is vata and what is pitta body and what is kapha body. Then you will get to know. And how to, what form you can store it is, you can actually dry the kernels and you can make these after food snacks, like how I told just now. Or you can make powder. The regular way of amlakadi churna in Ayurvedic way is very lengthy, but you can just make normal regular powder, make it sun dried and powder it, add a little saindavalana to it and little hipali churna also, and keep it, or if you don't have hipali also, just fine, amla and little salt to it and keep it in airtight container. It will be good till 3 months to 6 months. And when you get, as we discussed, no, and when you get from shops, once you open, as early as possible, the potency of the churna will be gone. It will not be very effective. And once you open it. And other ways to store it is you can make this jam kind of thing, amla jam, where you don't need to crush the kernels. You can just heat it, boil it with the syrup, and you can keep it sugar syrup or jaggery syrup, and you can keep it stored. Or one more thing is that murabba, where syrup will not be too much. It gets absorbed to the amla fruit, and you don't need to boil it in that sugar syrup where you made. After everything is done, you can add that amla to it, and you can keep it out for drying, and that also you can take it every day, one amla. These are the ways to store amla for future purpose. And amlaki avalehya is a lengthy process. If you want to go as per text, it is very lengthy, and it is not really advisable to explain you all, because it needs so many procedures. But just like how everybody makes that amlaki jam and all that, like that you can consume. And that murabba process is to keep it the shelf life more. You can add little lime powder to it, to the amla. Make holes and put it in lime water for 1 day and take it out. Then once you make the sugar syrup, once sugar syrup is done, how you make for your sweets or something like that, that then you take it out, one thin string of sugar will come right outside. That is the consistency that you need it. And in that, switch off the stove and add these amla fruits in it, where you make all the holes so that the syrup will get absorbed. Even before lime water also you make the holes so that lime water goes inside properly. And after 1 day, once lime water is gone, you add these to the syrup water, not in the hot one. Once you take it out from the stove, you keep it like that for again some 3-4 days, and then store it. That is one way of murabba making. That is what even after drying up, they make it as a candy, all the stuff. And it is available in market as amlaki churna, amlaki adi churna, amlaki rasayana. All those for different problems we'll give. Amlaki rasayana we give in pitta aggravation. Even sometimes I gave it for some of the problems related to high blood pressure also. It all depends when we can give and when it is useful in certain cases. By seeing the case only we can decide. Amlaki churna, we'll get that amlaki churna, internal and external both you can use. It is safe to use even internal also. By smelling the taste, you can make out whether it is a fresh one or whether it is not having the potency for the churna. Even you can get amlaki tablets also from some company. But yeah, these are the stuff about amla. And then so.
Yeah, ma'am. We have a couple
Yeah.
of questions. The first question what we are
Yeah.
getting is
one more thing. Before they start asking, the main thing which when have to tell about amla is amla with turmeric is wonderful in diabetes and diabetes related or pre-diabetes, borderline diabetes, anything. You get as a tablet form also, these two combination. Or if you have amla at home, you are making it powder and you are using with turmeric also is fine. You get from store amla powder and you add that pinch of turmeric and use it. It acts very good in this borderline diabetes. As it improves the digestion, it helps in stabilizing the sugar level. Yeah, start question.
yeah, ma'am. The first question is how to identify whether the amla is a hybrid or raw. I mean, which is get better for consumption as a medicine.
That this hybrid one is, as we all know, right? It looks big. It looks big and the seed is small. Whereas the nati wild one, it is the pulp is small, inside the seed is big.
Okay. So, ma'am, the herbal means can we use the amla leaves and the bark and the seed
Yeah,
and the pulp?
yeah. I forgot to mention that. That is also all useful. But basically, we generally use only fruit, but root also is useful, bark also is useful.
Mm-hmm.
Leaves also are also useful.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, in medicines, we use, when preparation of the medicine we use, but in regular practice, for telling these kind of things, we generally tell about fruit only. It is safe and easy to use, right? So
yeah,
we can use that.
So, ma'am, as a C vitamin supplement and as a pickle, the hybrid is okay?
Yeah, okay means it all depends
Okay.
what you are expecting from it.
Okay.
See, if you want to see the result,
Hmm.
definitely. See, when I'm doing anything, I want a perfect result.
Hmm. Hmm.
If I learn something from Sudhir sir, he
Hmm.
told that, yeah, this program works for this kind of computer.
Hmm.
And this kind of system needs, I need this kind of software. Directly, I will go and use that and I will implement it
Hmm.
and I will see the result immediately. If not, I will go and ask Sudhir sir.
Hmm. Hmm.
The same thing, you have to get the results. As I told, it works very well on the hair.
Hmm.
It should work very well on the hair if you are using it continuously. If it is not, then either I am telling wrong or either the amla is not perfect.
Hmm. Total Ayurveda Shastra is not correct.
Ayurveda Shastra never goes wrong.
No,
That
people,
is there.
yeah, people will
That
assume
is
that.
it.
Yeah.
No, no, no. Never, never Ayurveda, whatever is told by Charaka, Sushruta and Vakvata,
Hmm.
they are the saints, Trimurti saints. It never goes wrong. So, no arguments or no doubts in that.
Hmm.
But yeah, all these.
So the next question
Yeah,
comes is where we can get the Desi native amla. I mean, any brand or any shop in Ayurveda stores, whether we can get. That is the most popular question we can expect. Any references to
yeah,
that?
like last time, I will tell that my pharmacy will have, but here actually my intention is not to propagate.
Hmm.
Really, my intention is not that. But when you are asking about the particular band,
Hmm.
like Vaidya Ratnam, though
Hmm.
it is costly, it is wonderful, no doubt.
Hmm.
So even if I'm not there in the clinical, I'll tell them, yeah, take Amlaki, and it works very well.
Hmm.
Amla Churna will have. So some of the companies were noted, like every time I've been telling, right?
Hmm.
Those companies are very good. Some unknown companies where we don't know the credibility, we cannot talk about it. But
Hmm.
most of these famous companies are good.
The Baidyanath is one of them, right, ma'am?
Baidyanath and most of these, mainly I deal with Karnataka companies, SDM and all are very good.
Hmm.
Sadvaidya also is having most of these. That is also very good. And these Rasayana, what I was telling you, I generally use that Amlaki Rasayana. That
Hmm.
again from this Bangalore based, Karnataka based, SN Pandit, Divi Pandit, all that. Very authentic they make. And authentic in sense, we see the results, right? That's how we will tell it is authentic.
Hmm. Hmm.
Baidyanath is good, Dabur is good. And this Kotakal, anyways, some of the AVP, Kotakal, Vaijaratnam, all that. We should
Okay.
not mention the names,
Yeah,
but
but many
yeah,
many many will be asking the same question, and yeah,
yeah.
ma'am,
They
how
can
to?
actually message me personally. It will
Okay.
be because I am not related to any of it.
Hmm.
Even for that Vaijaratnam also, if I
Hmm.
don't find anything there, I will just tell them you take wherever you get the proper one. That's it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because I don't want to propagate something. If I
Uh,
say they will go and buy that only, what will I get, right? They
hmm.
have to get the result. That's it.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Ma'am, one more question is how to use this herb as a in a recipe, cooking recipe. Any guide, any simple tips and tricks for that?
Cooking, generally people make amla pickles.
Okay.
They fry it, the amla and regular, how in Telugu we call avakai.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
In that process they'll make. Or else regular akka chutney,
Hmm.
that raw chutney also,
Hmm.
just by making it little fried in oil, then like routine pickles how you make,
Hmm.
that is also very good. It is also coolant only,
Hmm.
that raw chutney which you make. Or taking it with curd, that is also very good. Taking with curd also. Make like how you make what you call this raita and all.
Hmm.
Like that, even crush that amla
Hmm.
and put that pulp in curd, not a very sour one, regular fresh curd, and put tadka to it, salt, and cilantro on it. It tastes amazing, and it's very good in heat of the summer.
Okay, yeah. And now we'll take the questions from the participants. And if anyone has any question, please raise your hands. And meanwhile, I will go through the group chat questions. So, like, ma'am, using it as a hair oil, any simple recipe to make? I mean, using coconut oil
Simple,
and
yeah, simple means this is not a regular Ayurvedic process, but you can make it little Ayurvedic version also by making for any oil. What you have to do is you take, say for example, you are taking 500 ml of this any oil base. For that, you take now you are taking amla. Amla you take around 250 grams or something, and make it the paste with that kalva yantra, or even grinder also is fine. Make it a paste and make that into kashaya. That 250 grams into kashaya, like the last time how we discussed. That kashaya, add water to it and boil it, and that kashaya you add to this regular oil which you are keeping it on sim. That you add it, and you can even add sesame oil, all other oils also. Because some people will have cold if they consume more of coconut oil, so they can add sesame oil also. Sesame oil half part and half part of coconut oil, and this kashaya you mix it there, and you boil it. You boil it till you see that the water got evaporated. You will make out when you are preparing that Saila preparation. After 2 to 3 times, you will make out that
okay, yeah. Hello.
That water is getting hello.
Yeah, your
precipitate is down there. That time you can filter it.
Okay.
If you don't have this pulp or these fresh ones and all, you can even make with amla powder also. If you are making with kashaya, even amla powder also, if you make kashaya and if you add to this oil, that effect will be more. Instead of just adding oil powder to the oil and heat it, you will not get the exact content into the oil.
Okay. One more question is, are there any other herbs or any ingredients which you should not mix with amla?
Which will not mix with amla. One thing is milk.
Okay.
Milk will not mix with amla.
Okay.
Many herbs will be there, sir. It's not like 1 or 2 I can name. But in general, like how I told with curds and turmeric and honey and all that, milk we should not mix.
Okay.
Yeah. Once my pharmacist was explaining, I was seeing one other patient and he was telling one patient, you take it with milk. It will be very good in acidity problem and all. I told no, never add amla with milk. It gives other complications. So we should not add milk with it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take the question from Venkateshwarlu garu.
Hello, good morning, madam.
Good morning.
Here in Telugu states, EAP and Telangana, we have got a counterpart of this amalaki, which is smaller in size and which is not as round as this one. Thus, that also people call it as usiri. That is not used for pickle. This bigger one is used for pickle. What do we call that smaller one in Sanskrit? Is it useful for some other things, etc.?
It is used.
Have you got my point?
Yeah, I know what you are asking. I know. I have seen that. That is good for pickles.
Nallikaya, ma'am?
Nallikaya కాదు, అది చిన్న ఉసిరి ఉంటది. చిన్న ఉసిరి. Yeah. That is good for pickles, sir. We don't use that for medicine.
Acha, acha. In Sanskrit, any name for that?
That also people call it as gooseberry only. But main gooseberry is this Indian gooseberry, which they have that thick one, big thick
Big
one.
size and spherical
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Acha.
And one more differentiation is this thick one, when it is grown up, if you just do చట్నీట్లో ఊపినప్పుడు మీకు కింద రాలిపడదు, it
Acha,
won't come
acha.
down. But whereas our regular మీరు అన్న చిన్న ఉసిరి, when you are shaking the branch, it will all come down. Usually we'll actually collect it like that only, right? We cannot cut it from the tree. It will just fall down and we will collect it. Only for the pickles and cooking purpose, as of now, till now I observed, but we use for medicine purpose only that Phyllanthus emblica only.
And this is to be taken only in the morning, is it not, Amalaki?
As I told, no, as I told, I think you didn't listen that. There are three variations, Vata and Pitta and Kapha. So to see the proper result, no madam, I am taking it from long back in the morning, nothing happens. Nothing happens. It just stands like that only. If you want to see something different by using that, you have to use in Vata problems, like any joint pains or any kind of flatulence in the stomach, any kind of gas problems, indigestion, all that. You have to use it in the evening. What it says in the evening.
Yeah, I read in somewhere Abhuttam Amalakam Pacham. Morning, early morning, it is
That
better
is,
to take.
yeah, that is for Kapha. Kapha bodies, it works very well. And when you are asking this, I want to tell everybody will follow some tip from outside and start using Amlaki, right? Early morning. That is not good for everybody. It is only for those whose body is filled with kapha content, to reduce that and balance the three doshas. There it is very good in the early morning.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, Sunita ji.
Hi. Sorry. Hi, Dr. Madhavi. Thank you for a lovely talk. I just wanted to know, you mentioned amla is very good for weight loss. What is the most effective way of using it?
Yeah, as I was telling, weight loss for Mr. Varlu sir, it is very good for weight loss. Before food you can take, as he was telling, right, that Sanskrit was. In Sanskrit, what he was telling is, without food, when you are eating it, it is very good in digestion. That's what in the Sanskrit verse he was explaining. As I was also telling, for the weight loss, if you are aiming, you have to eat it without food. I mean to say before food with honey. Always honey helps in weight loss. It acts on kapha very well. So with the amla, you can take honey. It acts very good in the early morning.
And how many?
How many means you are taking direct fruits?
Yeah, just the. I used to take amla with the salt just because I liked it. I used to do it in school.
Yeah, usually I would say not more than 1 or 2 in a day.
Okay, just 1 or 2.
Yeah, two is enough.
2 is enough, and you can have it directly. It doesn't have to be had with food, right?
No. When your aim is for weight loss, as I told, it should be before food.
Okay, so half an hour before? Is that enough?
Food. Yeah, 1 hour, half an hour, depending on how you are consuming.
Okay, lovely. Thank you.
Yeah. And this vitamin C, when you are cooking, the chances of losing vitamin C, right? So when you are taking it directly and you are good with it, it is also a wonderful way to consume.
Ma'am, how about the pickles, ma'am? Will it also have a C vitamin?
It will, but if you are cooking it in oil more, it will lose its vitamin C. Okay. So we have to follow even those principles also. When you are consuming all these stuff, we should retain the nutrients part also. So as much as possible, you try to think of retaining the vitamin C content by not cooking it too much, so that it will retain.
Yeah. Ma'am, how about pitta body, ma'am? Those have pitta tendency, they can take it. Or they
I
should
told,
avoid?
right?
Huh.
I told, right? It balances three doshas. It balances three doshas and it is very good. In summer, you have to take.
Okay.
Pitta bodies people, it is very good. Like that Murabba, last time some Hitesh or somebody asked, Murabba he prepares and all that. That is wonderful way of using amla in summer. One for kids, so excellent. You make those murabbas and do one full amla content, like some 4-5 pieces it will come up to. You can use it. And in general also, you can eat with ghee. Amla powder with ghee is very good for pitta body.
Ma'am, generally in which season we should find the fresh fruits?
Fresh, as I told, usually Jan end to February end is the right time.
Okay. So winter, yeah.
Yeah. And we get in Bangalore though, where I stay in Dallas Colony, Sanjay Nagar, we get every day in a year. There is no to amla.
So all are hybrid and
Yeah, definitely. We cannot get, right. It is a general nature's law that if you are getting it whole the year, definitely something is wrong with that.
unnatural. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll take the next question from guest N. Sir, please ask your question. I didn't get your name.
Sunita D'Souza.
No. So person name with the N, please ask your question. You're unmuted.
Yeah. Ma'am, this is Nilma here. Can you hear, ma'am?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ma'am, I just wanted to know if we can have dried amla powder in the night before going to sleep with hot water.
For what, ma'am?
I don't know. My doctor, many years back when I used to have low BP, he had suggested me to have. He was an Ayurvedic doctor. My BP was usually used to be very low. To increase my appetite, maybe that's what I remember.
I'm going to check your BP, ma'am. Instead of depending on whether to use amla or not, why don't you check your BP and then get confirmed with whether to use or not.
Okay. As general tonic, we cannot, ma'am.
You can. I told, right? It is very good immune booster.
Okay.
But what I told, maybe I was not successful in conveying it. The amla which you are getting in a hybrid way, I won't recommend it in a continuous long period.
Oh, I understood. Okay.
Yeah, it won't give you any help. And ultimately you'll say, okay, I've been using for years together, still my BP is low only.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, for BP, generally what I feel is good nutrition. And if you are eating good enough of dry grapes, handful of dry grapes and good proper nutrition, why will it go down? Definitely. Your voice is so nice, melodious. So definitely if nutrition is good, all the body parts will get good circulation and will get your really lost blood
okay.
pressure.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am, for this clarity. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, the next question is, what are the main herbs or tonics where it is used as a main ingredient? Like Triphala Churna, one of the main ingredient.
Chyawanprash, it is, as you all know.
Yep.
And same thing like Chyawanprash, there is Famla compound. Famla from Dutta Pesha. That is also, it is like same your Chyawanprash. It is also immune booster. Works very well. And so many types of infections, after infections, after fevers, all that, it gives good strength and all that. And Amla Karishta also, that Arishta, Amla Karishta, and even this Amla we use in some kind of kashayas. Patyadi Kashaya, all that, where it is used in ebo neck problems. And Amlaki Rasayana, as I told, Amlaki as a main ingredient, we use it in some of the Pitta related problems.
So, ma'am, another question is, are there any diseases, I mean, those who are diseases with some elements or some sickness, I mean, is it needed to avoid it using someone has any health problems?
It depends on what health problems you're talking about.
Or maybe acidity or ulcer?
No, as I told, it works very well. If a wise person advises it how to use, they can actually leave there all the omeprazole, all those things which they use for ulcer problems, right? They can continuously, some people will be using it for long. They can actually get rid of all those and get benefited from amla with other combinations. One of the combination which I used to use was amla with Ishtimadu churna for this acid peptic problem. And even amla with shatavari also is very good. And those patients, after that, they were not in need of any other medications. All these are acid peptic, this acidity, all these, actually it is again a lifestyle problem. Once you correct that and you use these, you don't need that continuous ulcer medication and acid reflux medication and all. But people are like lazy and they don't want to correct this simple thing. They will just take that one tablet after food and they will be all right. Till that effect will not work and they will go to the next level. But it is moreover in this your question, it works very well.
Okay.
It doesn't interfere. Though it is having sour taste in it, it helps in stabilizing that problem.
And one other question is there any natural?
Because after digestion, it converts into Madura and Shitavirya. So that's where the action, even in that, usually people might think that it aggravates, and it helps in that.
Sometimes the observation goes like this: who has a acidity problem, if they take amla, they'll get more burning sensation. But
that's what I told, right? They can add little sandal powder in it.
Sandal powder, okay.
Sandal powder.
Okay.
They can try. If it is not working, consult the doctor.
Okay.
Properly.
Another question is:
these are all general guidelines. If you are not, it's not working for you, it's giving some other reactions to you, definitely consult a doctor who is nearby and they will guide you furthermore in detail. Okay. All our tips are like that only. So I might be mentioning some of the tablets or some of the powders or lacias or all that. It is not for just you write it on the piece of paper and go and ask the pharmacist. If it is directly exactly that kind of problem and your body type is exactly like that and you know that your body type and you are just applying what I told, maybe it works. But I don't know whether you can make out it that simple. It is all customized. All Ayurveda preparations and treatment process is all customized.
Yeah, not only Ayurveda, ma'am, anything which is natural is customized, as I understood.
Yeah, we had to mention this every time.
Yeah,
even just amla churna also, which you make on your own also. As I told Mr. Varlu sir just now asked, right? In morning I can use, right, all that. No, there is, if it is vata, you have to use it in certain time to see the result. Pitta, it is in the afternoon after your food, in the digestion time. And for kapha problems like respiratory problems and all that, in the early morning after brushing, it all depends on that.
Another question is how to store it. I mean, the fresh one. Can we put them in the fridge or not required? That was one of the question.
If you are drying it, you don't need anything to store it. And if you are making it like this murabba and lekhi and all, it can stay actually outside also.
Okay.
You don't need to keep it inside. Only if you want a chilled variety, you can keep it. But as we don't recommend a fridge only, right? So,
yeah.
But nothing as such bad you can see. But as much as possible, we can avoid. Then it is okay outside. Why to keep inside?
Yeah, I think we covered with all the questions in the group chat and also who raised their hands. Yeah, anyone have any last question? Please raise your hand Otherwise, we can conclude this today's webinar.
No problem. You can put all your questions to Sudhir sir and he will get back to me.
Yeah, Venkateshwarlu garu, last question. Yeah.
Madam, just
sir.
as I mentioned that stanza, that verse, which is giving morning, before
Yeah.
food you take this amalakam, that stanza has got 4 lines. In the last line, it mentions, it forbids to take banana. Is there any truth in it? Kadalikam na kadachana it is. Is there any truth in it?
No, what is that? You tell it again.
Yeah, it goes like this. Abhuktam amalakam pacham bhuktvancha badari phalam kapidham sarvakalena kadalikam na kadachana. Is there any truth in that last line? Forbidding banana altogether?
Maybe after food it said.
No, kadalikam na kadachana. Never take it. Before food amalakam, after food badari phalam. Kapidham sarvakalena velagakai Telugu that can be taken at any time, but banana never will take it, something like that. But is there any truth?
Banana, no. Banana, what I observe here in Karnataka is they give after food compulsory.
That has become a custom in good hotels after meals.
No, not good hotels. It is in traditionally they give, and nowhere it is written. It comes under like after food we can eat banana or not, any fruit for that matter. Like you can take it like that. Fruits are eaten only when you are hungry, and once your tummy is filled up with something, definitely any fruit is not taken. But it is not like you cannot take banana forever.
That after meals taking banana means you are clubbing cooked food with uncooked raw food. Is it not?
Yeah, it is. It is, but it is not like never you can take. It is not like that. There is a difference, right?
Yes. But can we take banana after lunch, after meals? That means you are mixing the both things. One is raw food, another is cooked food.
You don't need, right? You don't need. You don't need. Why you want to eat? Actually, to be logical, I would say you don't need banana after food. But here I see as a old custom, they keep it after food. They will keep next to the thali.
I have seen a Swamiji. He used to take only chakarkeli, one type of banana, not all. He used to take only that type of banana. That is chakarkeli we call. Maybe
that
it is having
actually
some special
digestion better. Chakarkeli is different. This elaki banana which we get in Karnataka, that is a one version of that keli. But chakarkeli is much sweeter. This elaki banana is small one, and it is easy to digest. It is not very sweet, but it is easy to digest. Whereas our regular the deep bananas, they're more kapha. And after eating food, again you take more kapha. This again will intervene with your digestion process.
If one can afford, which is the best type to consume? If one can afford, if affordability is not a problem, which banana is better?
Elaki banana is better. Unless it is very high in rate.
Is it available in Telugu states? What is name for that
Telugu,
one?
the chakarkeli is good. Here we get as a elaki banana.
Elaki.
The small one, sir, it is not even your fist size. Very small one.
Finger size, thumb size, is it?
Yeah, little bigger than thumb.
Elaki.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Yeah, ma'am. Another one last question is for frequent mouth ulcers, can we use amla, or is there any general tip to treat them naturally?
Yeah, last time I told that tulsi works very well. Tulsi and yashtimadu. You can actually use this amla with yashtimadu. Recently, one of my patients, nothing was working. So no medicines, all everything. She got fed up, and I just told to use yashtimadu churnam. Yashtimadu churnam inside like a gargling and keep it inside. Even if it goes in like inside the internal also, nothing wrong. Is good for swallowing also, but I just told to have it in the mouth as a gargle.
Okay.
1 week she did. 1 week she did, and her mouth was all with ulcer, and she got cured. Like that before also so many, but this is a fresh one.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I think we covered all the questions. Okay, is it with Tulsi plus St. Madhu or Tulsi Amla with that the follow-up
Amla
question?
with St. Madhu is good, or just one St. Madhu is good, or Tulsi juice gargling is also good.
Okay, not Tulsi and Amla.
Not Tulsi and Amla.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Yeah, with this we conclude this today's webinar. Thank you, Madhu ma'am, and thank you to participants for joining today's webinar and having a nice interaction. Yeah, thank you all.
Thank you all. Thank you all for letting me talk. Thank you.